Good morning. Good morning. So let's start. The word of the day is run. In last 8 classes, we have done 11 chapters. In first 5 days, we completed 1 chapter a day. And in last 3 classes, we have done 2 chapters every day. So today, we will start with chapter 12. The title of the chapter is A Journey to Work. And here you can see the word of this chapter is run. So the expression is, most of the expressions are with the use of the word run. Run is a verb. Run, walk, move, take, bring, come, go. These are some of the very important words that you need to understand very well, because these basic words do not have only one meaning, rather they have a wide range of meanings. So let's start with if you run, I run a business, and the athletes run every day in the morning. Running is good for health, but running a business is not an easy task. So you can see here two things are there. One is run a business, and you are running yourself. He is running, it is intransitive verb. But if you run a business, that is transitive verb. So the verb run can be used in two ways. Run is followed by object, and run is without object. No object. If a verb takes object to complete its meaning, it is transitive verb. And if a verb does not require any object to complete its meaning, that is intransitive verb. So he is running, intransitive. He runs his family business, that is transitive verb. Transitive means it needs an object. Intransitive means it does not need an object. So see, if a person or animal runs, it means he races. We had to run. Why? To catch the bus. The bus was, you started late from home, and the bus comes at its scheduled time. You are already running late. So what will you do? You will run fast, you will rush, you will walk fast, you will rush, or you will race, or you will dash. Dash means go straight. Or you will sprint. Sprint, when you sprint, you are doing a 100-meter race. And if you are racing, means you are doing a marathon. So a sprint means you run very fast as you can run. So race, we can say, we had to race, we had to rush, we had to sprint, or we had to dash. If you run fast, if you dash, if you sprint, it means you run very fast. So here Anna was running for the bus. What does it mean? Anna wanted to catch the bus and she was late. So what she had to do? She had to rush, dash, sprint, race for the bus. When she saw Bill driving along towards her, the Bill was driving the bus and since he was a bit late, this is, when we start late and we are, you are afraid that you will miss your bus. So what do? You run fast, you rush, you dash, you sprint, you race, so that at least you do not miss the bus. So since she was a bit late, she was very glad. She was very glad means she was very happy when he offered to run her to work. He offered to run her to work. It means we the together can run to work means workplace. Like if a person goes to, suppose or somebody is a shopkeeper, so his workplace is shop. Somebody is working in an office, so his workplace is that office. So if you go to work, it means you go to workplace. So if a person is feeling ill and the boss ran her home, if you run somebody home, right? It means I will drive you home, because the person is not running in this case. What is he or she is driving the car. So if what the Bill was driving and Bill offered that he can take her to her workplace, it means in his car or on his bike. So to run her to work, it means I will give you a drive, I will give you a lift, or I will transport you. But instead of transport, we use the right term, I will give her lift too. So he offered to lift or to give her a lift to work. If you give or offer a lift to somebody, means you run that person to that place. So the verb run means drive somebody or give a lift to somebody or transport. And this is an important meaning, because in general we do not use run. I will run you to your work. It means I will give you a lift to your work. Because the buses simply could not be relied on. Buses could not be relied on means if you cannot rely on, it means you cannot depend on, you cannot trust. So you cannot trust, you cannot rely on to run on time. Generally, buses do not run on time. This train is running on time. This train is running fast, or this train is running slow. So there are three ways. One is something is running fast. Suppose schedule is 12 and it arrived at 11:55. It means this train arrived earlier, and if a train arrives earlier, it is running fast. If a train is running on time, it means it is 12 o'clock. I mean scheduled time is 12 o'clock and it arrived on 12 o'clock. It arrived on time. The scheduled time is 12 o'clock and it arrived at 12:20, means the bus or the train is running late or it is running slow. So if it is running fast, it is before time. If it is running slow, it is after time. And if it is running on schedule, it is on time. So it is on time, it is before time, or it is after time. If it is after time, it is running slow. If it is before time, it is running fast. If it is on scheduled time, it is on time. So see, if a means of transportation, passengers complain, what? They complain about the trains not running on time. It means they do not go on time, they do not operate on time, and they do not travel on time. This train is running on time, means this train is on time. It is on its scheduled time. So you can see here the three meanings. If a person runs, it means one rushes. The other, if a person offers somebody a run, it means he gives a lift. If a train is running late, it is traveling or it is running late. So see what is here, because the buses simply could not be relied on to run on time. Anna often wished that she had a car. However, on her small salary, she simply could not afford to run one. And if you run, it means you keep, you maintain it. I cannot run it. I cannot run a car because I do not earn much. If you do not earn much, then you simply cannot afford it. And if you cannot afford a car or a bike, means you cannot afford to run it. So you cannot afford to run. It means if you cannot afford to run a car, you cannot afford to run a bike. It means you do not earn enough that will be sufficient to maintain a car or maintain a bike. So afford to run means you can afford to run a car, you can afford to maintain a bike, or you can afford to maintain a BMW, or you can afford to maintain any other, it can be Rolls-Royce, any other expensive car. But you know, the car needs petrol, and petrol, 1 liter petrol needs rupee 100, and that's an expensive affair. That would be far too expensive. Too expensive means it's not cheap, that is not easy to maintain. On the way into the town, Bill said that he had to run a quick errand. If you run errand means you go to a small distance. Suppose you go to buy vegetables in your neighborhood, then you run an errand. If you go to bring some milk for tea and you go in the neighborhood, then you run a quick errand. So you run quick errand means you go small distance, not very far. So that is you run quick errand. And this is very important. Run a quick errand means you will quickly come back and stop the car by a row of shops. By a row of shops. Since the engine was still running, and I was sure that he would not be long. He would not be long means he will not take much time. So it would not be long. It means it will not take much time. I will be back very soon. So if it will not take long, it means it will not take me much. So he would not be long. It means he will be back very soon. After all, if when you leave your car or your bike running, it means it's not going to take very long. Besides, it means in addition to, he would not want to be late as he had his own business to run. So definitely he would not be late. He would like to move his office out of town. His office is out of town. He had said, but his lease had another year to run. He would like to move his office out of town. It means he want to take his office out of town. Sometimes, when you have a factory, then rent is very expensive in the city area. So generally what happens, industries move out of the town so they can afford the property rent. So he would like to move his office out of town. However, his lease, when the landlord and the tenant enter into an agreement, they have a lease agreement. It means they say, these many years or these many months I will use this property, and after this duration, after this time frame, we can renew our lease. So he would like to move his office out of town, he said, but his lease had another year to run. It means to go. So here you can see, with reference to a vehicle, it costs a lot to run a car. It means keep a car, maintain a car. Own means be an owner. If a person is there, the girl ran an errand for her grandmother, it means she went on, or she carried out, or it means she went and came back. She went and came back. And if it is with reference to an engine, I leave the engine running. It means I will leave it going, or I will leave it functioning. So if you leave something running, means you leave it functioning. So he would like to move his office out of town, he had said, but his lease had another year to run. It means if a lease is there or contract is there, it will be in force till that date, it will be effective to that period, it will be valid till the date, or it will be in operation or in force till the date. So over lease and contract, we have a rental agreement with the landlord, and it has still 3 months to run. It means this a lease is valid for next 3 more months, right? And here you can see on business, if you run a business of a person Joe runs the local branch of an American firm, it means he is in charge of, he manages, he heads that, or he directs. He heads that, matlab he is the head of that organization. Then just then Bill got back into the car and set off. Set off matlab you move, you start traveling. So if you set off means you start traveling. He drove along the road that ran along by the river. If it goes by the river, it means it is also at the, you are going along the river. It means you are running along the river. Although the road was dry today, the local newspaper frequently ran stories. If a newspaper runs stories about something, it means a newspaper publishes that story, a newspaper prints those stories, a newspaper carries those stories, or a newspaper features those stories. So of a newspaper or a magazine, the local newspaper runs property ads on Thursday. It means on Thursday they print, it means runs, it means prints or publishes or carries or features about the dangers of possible flooding. After they left the river behind, they passed the local theater. Anna noticed that there was a play running that she wanted to see. If a play is running, it means that is being staged, that is being presented, that is being performed, and that is on stage. If a play is on, means it is being performed, it is being shared, that's there. So what is the idea here? The verb run gives you many meanings. If run in terms of a play, it is stage or perform. Run in terms of a newspaper, publish or print. Run in a newspaper of lease or contract, that is valid. If a person runs a branch or a business, he manages, he heads. If it is about engine, if it is running, means it is operating, it is in function. If a vehicle is, if you maintain, if a person maintains a vehicle, it means he runs. A means of transportation means you run on time, you go on time. Then we have he was not feeling well, so if somebody offers somebody a lift, or run means you race or you rush. That's there. Got it? Now interestingly, some of the students wanted that they want to improve their handwriting. So for next 10 minutes, I will just give you an idea about English script. How do we write them? The right flow. So you will just look at that and try to write, just the right cursive. So like, how do we write A? We write A in this way. Simple. A this way. You can write A, and this is how we write A. Got it? If you write a small script A, you go this way. Right? If it is B, you go this way. B this way. B this way. This way. This way. This way. Right? How do we write a small b? You write this way. This is small b. Small script b. Small script b. This is how you write small script b. If you write C in capital, there are two ways. Either you write straight away this, or you can make it a little fancy. But generally we write this way, right? Like capital. It is a bit slippery. So you can write C, you can write C, you can write C, and this is cap. Got it? Then we have how people write D. Simple. This is how you write D. This is how you write D. And in small script, it's easy. This is how we write D. Very simple. So suppose I use, so I will write A, B, C, and D. So this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Without lifting your pen, you must be able to write all 26 letters. It means you can practice your. So the easiest way to practice cursive writing is, we will continue. So how do you write your E? This is how you write your E. Got it? How do you write your E? Simple. F. This is how you write your F. I mean this way. This is F. Small e is this way. Small e is this way. So small e is this way. Eagle. So small e is this way. E. F is this way. F is this way. Small script F. Small script F. So if I say let's write calf, let's write half, right? So this is how you write small script F. Capital script G this way, small script G this way. Capital script G this way, small script G this way. Capital script G this way, small script G this way. So if I say go and if I say gate, right? So E, F and G. H is interesting to write. How do we write H? This is how you go for H. In cursive, you will not lift your hand. So if I say hi, this is how it goes. If I say R, this is how it goes. If I say head, this is how it goes. If I say like heat, so H, got it? This is how you write H. Small h, small h. R, small h, R. The strokes are important. Generally, people give shape. Some students write H this way. Shape is same, but not the flow. So how will you go for it? It is, this is how it goes. H. How do you go for I? This is how you go for I. Right? In capital script, you go this way. In small script, this is this way. So if I write in, if I say pin, if I say bin, if I say kin, if I say next, right? If I say can, if I say ban, if I say hen. So you are not going to lift the pen. Then we have J, capital script J, capital script J, small script J, it is that. Got it? So J, let's move to the next. How do you write K? You write K in this fashion. You will not lift your pen. If I say king, sorry, it is slippery surface here. Got it? Small script K is this way. That's it. I mean, this way. You write K. A little space is important here. It is slippery here. K. Right? So suppose I say ask. So I will write ask this way. If I say flask, if I say task, if I say husk, if I say musk, got it? So this is how we go for key. L is this way. Learn. Small l. Learn. Small l. So how do we write L? This way. Right? If you say life, so this is how you write. Legal, this is how you write. Legal. Then it is M. M is interesting. Single stroke. You always write, M this way. Single. And for small, it is like that. So if I write Mahesh, this is this way. And if I say mango in small script, my master, this is how it goes. If it is about like me, matter, mold, must, might, or it may be may. So you write it this way. Then we have and semistroke, and semistroke, semistroke. From this way. So you write next, you write new, you write night. Small script n is this way, right? That is this way. So when you write new, this is this way. So most interesting, and this gives you speed. If you say this is, then you do not lift your hand. Cursive means you will not lift your hand. This is, suppose we go for nerd. If I go for internet, so you do not lift your hand. Internet. N. O is always easy. This is that way. O is always easy in capital. In small it is that way. So when I say mango, this is this way. Got it? O is always easy. P. P we write this way. You take it. The stroke is important, right? You start from here and you reach here. Single stroke. Suppose I say point. And if it is P, it is this way. Like parrot. Right? If you write pi, it is that way. If you say pear, it is that way. It is pear, it is that way. So P is easy, like you just put it this way. Q is always easy. Q is always easy. Q is always easy. But you know, small script Q is this way. So suppose I write question. If I write question, got it? So Q is that way. R is again same like P, but you will take it this way, like that. Suppose I go for it. It is Ramesh. Small script R is this way. Small script R is this way. Small script R is like suppose I say car. So it is this. It is car. It is this. It is heart. It is this way. Got it? Then we have a beautiful, the most beautiful letter of the English alphabet is S. You go this way. This is the most beautiful letter. The most beautiful letter. It looks like a swan. The most beautiful letter is S. Then small s is this way. So if I write has, suppose if I write smile, if I write Smith, got it? So suppose I write, as any word, so you can take this way. Sing, you can also write this way. Sing a song, you can go this way. How easy it is. Then we go for T, that is T in English. T, and small letter T is this way, right? This way. So if I write cat, or if I write today, if I do it to, or if I write to, even if I go for tomorrow, so that is tomorrow. So try, you can say this way, or you can write it. You can go this way, or you can go this way. Got it? Now U is always easy. U is you. I mean U is you. right? But small u is this way. Like suppose if I say must, then it is this way. Stroke is important, right? So if I say, then this is how it goes. Rust, this is this way. Trust, this is this way. If I say trust, this is this way. E. Now V is again this single stroke V. So you can write very, but small script V is this way. Like UY, if you write very, if you say valuable, this is how it goes. W, single stroke W, this way. Single stroke W, this way. So when I say we, the people of India, now India is a proper noun, so it will take capital letter. We the people of India, W. X is always right, easy, X. Then we have Y. Y is this one, and the bigger Y is almost the same. So you write this or you write this. There is, like suppose I write May, so it will be this way. Z, this is the capital and this small z is that way. Suppose I say price, so this is the price. Zebra, this is the zebra. But if you say size, then this is the size. Got it? So you can have a look. Most of the students don't know how to write. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then we have H, I, J, J, that was the J, K, L, M, N, O, O is always easy, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. In American English, Z is pronounced as Z. So you may also go for this Z. Tomorrow we will also do, a Hindi script also, because many students write che, bhai, they write this way, and some students write che this way. How stupid it is. So at least you must know how to write it. We will do Hindi script tomorrow. After all, you are a graduate and you must know how to write it the right ways. So most of the people and the young people these days are not typical about right strokes of the letters. So anyway, let's move to our job. That was chapter 2. The next chapter. So first we did run, and run is about Anna was running for the bus. Anna was rushing for the bus when she saw Bill driving along towards her. Since he was a bit late, she was very glad when he offered to lift her or to give a lift to her to work, because the buses simply could not be relied on to run on time, and this must go that way only to run on time. Anna often wished that she had a car. However, on her small salary, she simply could not afford to run. That means afford to maintain one. That would be far too expensive. On the way into town, Bill said that he had to run a quick errand. Now, run a quick errand is a phrase, so we will not change run a quick errand to anything else. Always use run a quick errand. I just run quick errands for domestic chores. So you can go for that. And stop the car by a row of shops since the engine was still running, and we use it, this way. We do not substitute it. The engine is running means engine is running. Do not use it engine is functioning, engine is operating, and engine is going. Always use engine is running. Always use run a quick errand. Always say run a business. Got it? So he would like to move his office out of town, he had said, but his lead had another year to go or another year to run. Just then Bill got back into the car and set off. He drove along the road that ran along by the river, although the road was very dry today. The local newspaper frequently ran stories. It means features. We use, so how will you substitute it? It features stories, or it publishes stories about the dangers of possible flooding. So they left the river behind. They passed the local theater. Anna noticed that there was a play being performed, or there was a play running. So a movie is running, or a play is going, or a play is being performed, or there was a play on. So running, that she wanted to see the possibility of asking Bill to join her, ran through her mind. If something runs through your mind, it means this idea occurs to you. But she rejected the idea. In case he was embarrassed means आप शर्मसार हो जाते हैं. शर्मसार होने का मतलब है आपने किसी को कुछ कहा और जिसको हम देसी में कहते हैं कि यार मुझे तो वहां से लज्जित होना पड़ा. So he was embarrassed. By now they had reached Anna's office where Bill stopped to let her off. Means let her off means गेट खोला और उसे जाने दिया. That's there. So I hope it is done. We will move to our next chapter of the day. That is chapter number 13. The name of the chapter is A Dinner Party is Planned. And the word of this story is make. Right? So this is easy, right? This is relatively easy because a make is an often used word, and most of the context you use in day-to-day life. So how it goes, Beth was planning a dinner party to celebrate the end of the college term. So Beth was planning a dinner party to celebrate the end of the college term. When the college, the year 1, year 2, year 3, and at the end of every year or at the end of every term, generally students organize a party. When one of her flatmates, suppose you are sharing a flat, it means you are flatmates. Got it? If you are sharing flat, means you are flatmates. If you live in the same house, like in a family, we are inmates. If you share the same class, you are classmates. Got it? If you share the same soul, Atma ek ho, you are soulmates. Right? So when one of her flatmates, Jia, objected, she replied that no one would try to make her attend the party. No one will try to make her attend the party means no one will force her. If you make somebody do something, means you force somebody, do something, right? Paul was not pleased either, as he was making a model ship. He was making a model ship means he was designing, he was uh, building, he was constructing, he was assembling, but he was making a model ship. On the dining room table, Jean did not like what Paul was doing. Having already complained about the noise, you make a noise means आप शोर शराबा करते हैं. जब आप शोर शराबा करते हैं तब क्या कहेंगे? You are making a noise, which he made when using his electric drill. You have drill, that is electric drill. You just make holes using a drill machine. Fortunately, Beth's other two flatmates, Fiona and Mark, were happy to help with the party, and they were now adding up the cost of ingredients. They were calculating, adding up the cost of ingredients and drinks. That makes $100, said Fiona. Since all of them made a little money from part-time jobs, if you make some money, you earn some money. So they earned, fortunately, they made a little money from part-time jobs. They thought they would just about be able to afford that. It means they will be able to pay for the ingredients and drinks of the party. After this, they started to share out tasks. We'll make you head cook, Beth. So now they are going to assign the task. Who is going to do what? So we'll make you head cook, Beth, said Fiona, although I would quite like to make the dessert. So if you are going to make the dessert, means you are going to make the sweets. At the end of the food, in European countries, dessert is an important part of the food or a meal. A Mark can make a speech. If you make a speech, means you deliver a speech. At the end of the meal, Mark made a bow and laughed. Mark made a bow means he just bent forward. He made a bow. I'll be honored, he said. Their enthusiasm was so great. Enthusiasm in Utsaha. Their enthusiasm was so great that both Jean and Paul made the decision to join in. I want to join in means I would also like to participate. I'll probably won't be there for the start of the party as I'm working, but I should be there for the main course. It means I will not be able to join you during drinks, but I will definitely join you when it is the main course. Main course मतलब मुख्य खानों पहले वो लोग drinks पे जाते हैं, then they go for main course of the food. I probably won't be there for the start of the party as I'm working, but I should be there for the main course, said Jean. The others were pleased that Jean and Paul had changed their minds. Apart from anything else, they would now have more money for the dinner party. So let's have the look at these synonyms. If a person makes something, it means you force somebody. Frank made her tell a lie. It means Frank forced her tell a lie. उसे झूठ बोलने के लिए मजबूर किया. By threatening her means you coerce a person, you force a person, or you compel. तो किसी को force करना क्या होगा? Compel करना. If a person is constructing something, Don made a doll's house from a kit, means he made or he built. The man's heavy boots made a lot of noise. If you make a noise, means shor sharaba karte hai. You cause, you create, you give rise to. So the man's heavy boots made a lot of noise on the stairs. Jack's actions made trouble for us all. With reference to purchases or cost, if we add up the cost of the wallpaper and paint, it makes $250. Come to, it means it adds up to, this is the total, this is the amount it amounts to. If you add, then how much it amounts to that. With reference to earnings, he made a considerable profit. It means he earned a lot of money. With reference to post or appointment, like they made Rahul president of our organization. It means you appoint, you select. Each of the flatmates makes dinner once a week. If you make a dinner, means you cook it, you prepare it. And if you make a speech, you give or you deliver it. If you make a bow, you just gesture. And you make a decision or you make a conclusion, means you arrive at a decision or you just reach a decision or you come to a decision. This is how make is easy. Like most of the words we use in our day-to-day life. Rahul made him go. It means Rahul forced him to go, right? So he was forced to go. He was forced to leave. And if you make a noise, you make a lot of shor saraba. And if you make a lot of money, you earn a lot of money. If you are making a house, you are constructing or you are building a house. If you make a speech, you just deliver it. That's there. So this is how it comes. We have completed 13. Tomorrow we will do 2 more. That is 14 and 15. I hope you are enjoying these sessions. So just keep on learning, keep on reading, and at least keep on sharing. Just talk to your friends the same text. And what is the best idea? You can go home and you can replay the same session on your YouTube. That's there. So just listen to these sessions as your podcast. You are not required to watch them second time. Rather, you listen to them second time. So thank you for being with us. See you tomorrow, same time. And I hope you are getting on very well. Bye-bye.